So Harold is going to be introducing himself. Just let me open up the PDF. Okay, so Harold, I'm going to give it to Harold. Harold is working with us. We also run a charitable institute called Raedan Institute. I'll be sending you all these links anyway via email. So Raedan Institute is, like I said, it was the main umbrella body, and Academica Mentoring kind of was born out of Raedan Institute. Raedan Institute helps students across the globe in terms of our philanthropy work, where we sponsor students, give them scholarships and so forth. So if you want to become part of Raedan Institute and you want to do a lot of charitable organization, fundraising and so forth, you can also participate in that. So what we did was we spoke to a company called Melearning. Melearning has got over many courses, which Harold's going to be explaining further. And Raedan Institute, which is our charitable organization, has teamed up with Melearning to present to you what Harold's going to be talking about. Harold, over to you.
Perfect. So it's been a pleasure reading guys' questions and seeing how engaged you are. So my name is Harold, and I am e-learning specialist and consultant for Melearning. A little bit about my background. I am originally from Norway, but I have lived around the world. I have lived in the United States. I've lived in Taiwan and China, but I'm currently based in the UK and in London, where Melearning has their base. So you can go to the next slide. So some of the things I'm going to talk to you guys about today is a little bit of who we are, what we're doing, and why we decided to team up with the Raedan Institute and Academica Mentoring, and why we think there's strong synergies between us and how we think we might be able to help. So a little bit of an introduction is, so Melearning has always been very focused on the content and quality of the courses we've produced. And the guy who founded the company named Peter Murr, he was a trainer, much like Muhammad was, and he delivered this type of training, but he wondered how he could do it more effectively, almost to the same degree we are doing these web demonstrations here. So what he came up with was he wanted to do online courses. So from over 12 years, we've developed over 130 all CPD accredited courses, and we're 40 employees strong, and my base is in London and Soho. Won awards, hundreds of organizations as clients, and I'll explain some of those more below. The next slide, please. So what do we do in terms of our products and services? So in terms of the courses itself, there are 130 CPD accredited courses, and they go along a variety of lines. In terms of education, we have a variety of courses in safeguarding, health and safety, but we also have courses that could be helpful, say gang violence, self-harm, neglect, gangs and youth violence. So there's a variety of courses, but our overarching focus is within health and social care. And we also have bespoke course capabilities. So we have developed a variety of courses for organizations that want something more specialized. So we have an instructional design team of about 8 of us that are down in Brighton here in the UK. And they are really good at designing creative, very interactive content. So we're not only delivering online classes. Another example is that we're developing a cybersecurity app that people can download on their phone to be more cyber aware. So as an e-learning company, we're sort of all over trying to enhance learning overall, but the bulk of what we're doing will be our courses. So some of these courses are hosted on our Blue Learning Management System. So that's a learning management system that we've developed in-house, and it has all your capabilities of reporting, scheduling, course management, and everything like that. And the great thing about having both developed the courses and the learning management system ourselves is that we can tweak it and customize it to fit any learner's needs in terms of complex hierarchies, who's reporting to who, and all that. And we also have third-party content that we can do, and we have a classroom booking system that lets you integrate training with e-learning. So if you're doing some type of training and you're doing some type of e-learning, we can integrate those reporting aspects, something a lot of learning management systems can't do. So we also have a training center, and we do some of these things, and we have partnership organizations that we're sourcing things from, much like Raedan Institute, where we're interested in taking some of this content and see how that could be helpful for our customers. So you can go down a little bit on the next slide. So who do we work with? These are just some of them, but the bulk of the people that we work with will often be in public sector. And in the UK, the public sector is quite a complex industry to navigate. So this means that we are very well versed with working with organizational changes and regulatory changes. And we've worked, for example, with the Church of England to develop a GDPR course for them. We've developed a GDPR course for the Chartered Institute of Marketing. We have a partnership with Lloyds Bank Foundation that they deliver and sell some of our courses. And we work with a variety of local authorities, for example, in Manchester and Lancashire and the Lancashire Constabulary, to name a few. My client that I've worked with is the Academy's Enterprise Trust. So for those of you who don't know, in the UK, it's the largest Academy's Enterprise Trust with 62 academies. So that was a very fun journey to bring those on and navigate our system with 62 academies and reporting aspects and over 95 courses that they bought from us. So what we find is that a lot of educational institutions, they do want their sort of compliance training, but they're also interested in other types of training, much like Mohammed is talking about mentoring and coaching and some of these things. You can go down to the next slide. So I could talk to you guys about how great we are, but it's much more influential to see some certifications to prove that we're actually as good as we hope we are. So it's CPD accredited, continual professional development. We have our staff, we're investing in people gold, so it means we invest a lot in our staff. We are a UK registered learning provider member, GCHQ, which is the certification body for cybersecurity, GDPR, and those courses in the UK, and ISO certifications 27001 and 9001, meaning that we really take care and really try to the best of our ability to stay as compliant with those as possible, so everyone will know how we work, what business processes we have, and so forth. You can go down to the next one. So what are some categories of courses? So there is a variety. This is just a basic one, but we have anything from workforce induction, systems training on a variety of complex software systems, for example, SAP, safeguarding children and adults, which would be the education pool, leadership, information governance, health and safety, and so forth. And if anyone are interested in hearing more, I'll be more than happy to send out whatever info we can, but I'll just scroll through these. So I'll keep going here. So the next slide. So the Melearning for Education, what are we doing, and why do we think it could be helpful? So I am leading up our educational division, and it's designed from the ground up to meet offset skills requirements. It's a bespoke learning track for just getting child protection officers. We have automatic record keeping, know who has been trained, who needs training, and generate these reports. Some of the customers that we work with, you can see they're in the bottom, from universities to big multi-academies, trusts, and also schools. So something that we are doing to showcase how we structure our courses is that for anyone working in a school, we're giving away 3 free licenses of safeguarding children and education. That is basically £90 that I'm giving away for people to see what we think are really good e-learning courses. And my passion for this is that I've been a voluntary teacher myself. I was a voluntary teacher in China and in Taiwan, and I was mentoring students in English. And I really want to try to give back in whatever way I can to inspire people who want to be future teachers and want to help influence the next generation. So you can also go down to some of the things we are doing with charities. So Melearning for Charities, similarly to the educational one, my colleague Kevin is the one who leads up this division. We've worked with the Church of England, Make-A-Wish Foundation, Lloyds Bank Foundation, to name a few. And under this sort of umbrella, we are giving out free GDPR licenses to any charities that are interested to see. So if you're dealing with anything EU related or European related, it could be helpful to try some of these courses, or if you just want to have a feel for what an e-learning course looks like. So we try to give this out, but we also have, as I said, safeguarding health and safety, compliance, GDPR, modern slavery, some of these type of courses that could be quite helpful to charities. So we're working with a variety of charities, from people who want to train one volunteer to the Church of England, who are the largest organization by volunteer count in Europe. So there's a big variety. You can go down. So what does our partnership constitute with the Raedan Institute and then Academica Mentoring? So we think there are strong synergies for collaboration. We're both two quality and customer-centric organizations that wants the best for learners and really try to customize our offerings and solutions so they can be the best and that the learners can get the best experience. So one of the ways we're doing that is that we're giving away 15% discounts on all of our courses using the coupon code RI15. And also, if we take a look at what type of training needs people could have, we will customize and try to find a solution that is as helpful to you as possible and try to find some specialized packages that could fit your needs. So that is a little bit of what I went through. And feel free to ask any questions either now or at the Q&A at the end.
Yes, thank you very much, Harold. That was fantastic. Thank you very much. Really appreciate your time and effort. I know it's late for you as well, so my apologies for that as well. Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, the reason we've kind of created this partnership is because a lot of these courses we wanted, people to come online, and we will be referring through our 40 modules. Some of the courses will be referring to Melearning and saying, look, if you want further information, you want a certification in a particular area like safeguarding, just go there, spend 90 minutes, whatever the time is, and you will get a certification straight away as well. So that kind of fast tracks your own learning as well. And there's certain areas which we don't feel is important as part of the teacher training, but you might become a specialist in a particular area like autism or special education needs and so forth. So we do cover generically in terms of our 40 module program, but we don't go through that in detail because not every teacher needs to know about autism or ADHD and so forth, because it doesn't apply to everyone. So therefore, we in our teacher training program, we won't cover that in detail, but we will then refer to you to go onto the website, and therefore you can then go on to do further studies if you need to.